Guys, we've just got news. We just got news. I was supposed to wait actually. I was supposed to be live 30 minutes ago and I missed it. But they've just revealed white smoke. White smoke has just been revealed from the Vatican, and we have confirmation that we are probably gonna have, definitely gonna have a new pope. So I'm literally just came back. So the new pope is going to be revealed shortly. I cannot wait to see who this new pope actually is. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be intense. And yeah, we're going to be here basically looking at this now. Hello everybody. Oh my goodness gracious me. I actually missed the fact that there was white smoke. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am like extremely and utterly sorry. I apologize. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but we have a new pope. That is the most important thing. We have a new pope. And hopefully I didn't miss anything. Ah man, we have you have a life outside of YouTube, can't be on here 24/7. Yeah, I'm sorry, but look. Habemus Papam, whatever, Habemus Papam. We have a new pope. I want to see when the smoke went out. When did the smoke go out? I even need to all right. I'm trying to find the time with the white smoke. Again, we don't know who. So live from the Vatican. It is live from the Vatican. What happens to the debate against the green people? They didn't want to debate me. They ran away. Man, I can't believe I actually missed it. I'm so stupid. Oh, this is so cringe. The coverage is so cringe. This is good. I mean, remember what I was saying yesterday. I told you guys when it comes to it appeared at 5:08. So I was 20 minutes late. We've lost a wonderful pope. No, you did not lose a wonderful pope. You lost a pope, and you're going to say he's wonderful. And this is what always happens in history. You always rewrite the pope like he was some incredible guy. He wasn't. He wasn't some incredible guy. He was... Look, he was a person that definitely helped the church still get their numbers in. Siggy watching Vatican Media Live? No. He was a really inclusive pope. That's true. The cardinals are just going to keep following after what Francis wanted them to do in the first place. There's not going to be a difference. There's not going to be a change at all. Pope Francis was a horrible pope. You can say what you want. Pope Francis was a pope for... He was a pope that helped the Catholic Church be where it is. If I see a Filipino guy, I promise you it's going to send the world ablaze. Maybe, you know, Iglesia de Cristo can actually go down to the dirt. What they chose. We don't know. We don't know what pope they chose. Oh, they just revealed him. Ooh. They're still changing him. Will they canonize Francis? No. He helped strengthen the trads. Well, the trads definitely have this issue. I don't even know what this pontificate is going to look like. Like, there could be so many different ideas. I don't even care about this commentary. The commentary is shit. There was a black smoke and then there was white smoke. There you go. Is it Habemus or Habemus? I think it's Habemus. I even spelled this wrong. I always get the Latin wrong sometimes, man. It's gonna be mad when they reveal him though, because once you reveal him, you can't go back, because that means that the cardinals, you know, even if you get accepted as a pope, you still need to, even if you know, get legally voted in, you still need to say, I accept my canonical election. You still need to say that. So, yeah, all we can do is just wait and see. We've got the pigeons flying around as well. I hope the African guy who is much more conservative / trad gets chosen. It'll be crazy if he does. It will be crazy if he does. If I see Cardinal Sarah get chosen, I'm going to be like, fair, isn't it? The first time we have a black pope, it might be the thing that unites the papacy, because you have a guy that's traditional in values, but he's black. So he's a person of color. He's of a minority community in the Catholic world, and so that would be something good. But I don't think they're going to elect someone like that. I truly think that it's not within the Catholic Church's interest to elect someone like that. I think they want to select someone that isn't as crazy, that isn't as radical at all. By the way, how many people are in chat? Could you just chat? Could you tell me how many people are in there? Because I had to get on stream quickly as well. I'm gonna probably leave this section of stream up. Will the BHI convert to Catholicism when Sarah gets elected? Yes, because they'll be like, oh, black man. You got a black man as leader, y'all. We got a black president. Can you imagine if the new pope walks out and in the opening speech resigns from the papacy? That would be wild. That would be wild. Wasn't Pope Victor the first black pope? I don't think Pope Victor the first was the first African pope. He wasn't the first black pope. That would be awesome if Sarah got it. He could really do so much to help Europe. This music is fire. There's 40 in here. Okay, so there's 40 people watching our stream. Okay, guys, can you go and share the stream as well? Make sure you share it. We'll leave this section up. We've got ambulances coming in and everything now. It's going to be mad when they open the doors, though. But I think they're probably going to open it in, like, 40 minutes. So really, realistically, this timer shouldn't be here, but, you know. The projector time from the time I got on from 5:30 is like an hour or so. So we're going to be here for time. What's the countdown for? The countdown is to show the new pope. So this is a 20-minute countdown for every 20 minutes. Wait, ambulances? The pope's dead already? You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot. The media would be in a conundrum. Look, remember, when it was the first day, they took so long and there was still black smoke. But now, in the morning, they had black smoke, so I thought they're probably going to have another black smoke day. But now they had white smoke. Now, remember, Francis's papacy took 5 whole days. 5 days the conclave took. This has taken less than 3. So this means that the cardinalate really does have basically united, more than a united front than they did before Francis's papacy, which means, it's really important, this means that Francis's papacy basically standardized, right, and unified how the College of Cardinals are going to be interacting, right? And the reason I say that is because before, Francis and the other cardinals were fighting, they were beefing, right? And we know that because Cardinal Scola was one of the Papabile, and he was in the running for Francis as well. But it took 5 days for Francis to win the papacy, especially after the resignation. But Francis's papacy has seen the creation of over 100 new cardinals, which all will probably agree on Francis's vision for the church. And so because of his vision for the church, people are going to start thinking, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to want to elect someone that's going to carry on that ideal. And that's clear with the fact that they elected him in 2 days. By the way, now that we have alternative media, you're more likely going to see popes get elected in less than 3 days. Because we're probably going to have 2 or 3 more conclaves in my lifetime. I'm probably going to live, if I live until I'm 80, with like an 80-year lifetime, we'll probably see 2 or 3 more conclaves. And every time a conclave happens, it's mad. But this is the first time that we've ever had a live-streamed conclave where everyone can see it. And so the only way in which we're going to be able to improve the conclaves is if we're going to be able to, if we're going to have it quick voting. We cannot have long voting anymore. We can't have long voting days. We can't have a week long. I don't think there's great justification for the Catholic type of Pope, but it's still so interesting to witness this, and there's so many good Roman Catholic Christians. Yeah, of course. But this is how they choose their leader. Alhamdulillah, we got a new Pope. Alhamdulillah. But it might, by the way, it might not even be any of the people that we see here. So, any of the people that we see here on this screen over there, they might not even be the Pope. I remember when politician David Lammy thought black smoke meant a black pope. That's so funny. That is hilarious. Someone in chat, can someone estimate the ETA for how long it's going to take to elect the pope, please? Someone said it's Tagli. It's not Tagli. We're live here right now. It's not Tagli. I'll be surprised if it's Tagli, though. But you guys can send questions or just topic points. I'll be reacting to chat. There's 64. Heard it'll be announced in an hour. An hour from now? Can you make sure that? Can you confirm that, please? Because I'm gonna put a timer on my. I'm gonna put a timer on so that I can do it. Should be the next. As in on the hour. Are they doing it on the hour? So because it's 5 p.m. over here. So are they gonna do it at 6 p.m.? Are they doing that? Is it on the hour, or is it's going to be an hour from now? In which case we can do 2 30-minute timers. Or we can wait 30 minutes. Okay, they got the Vatican papal guard out. So that's interesting. Oh. Bella Italia, bro. Not sure. I don't think he'll speak until tonight, though. I don't know. No. They have to reveal him now. They're going to reveal him today. Yo, what's up? They're going to reveal him today. They have to reveal him today. And once they do reveal him, it's going to change the Catholic world forever. Well, it's going to change the Catholic world for the next 30 years. Who do you think will be Pope? Well, any of the papabile that I mentioned before has equal claim or equal stake to the claim. But I think the Pope is most likely going to be... That's a Pope pack opening. Most people are probably going to be... most of the people that could be Pope, most of the possible candidates are probably going to be liberal. Because... Or at least Francistists. Or I should say Bergoglians. And the reason why they're going to be Bergoglians is because... Pope Francis was the person that elected them. They're going to be Franciscans or papal Franciscans. They're going to be Franciscan cardinals, not with the monastic idea of being a Franciscan, but rather following Francis. They're going to be following Francis because they owe Francis for their creation as a cardinal and thus their ability to vote for the next pope. Now, Cardinal Tagli's good for evangelization, man. I don't see why that would be a bad option. Yeah, sure, he's liberal, but he's very good at evangelization, and he's definitely going to make more liberal people come to the Catholic Church, so you shouldn't be sorry. Not very democratic, lol. Yeah, Pizza Baya is not going to get it. Wow, the priests are very happy. There's a lot of priests that are here as well. I wonder why there were so few cardinals before Francis, since so many were created by him. So, it's not that there are so few cardinals, it's that there are so few cardinals that are eligible. Usually, when you have a small cardinalate, you can basically predict when the next pope is going to be. Do a randomizer wheels with expected names, removing one name a spin, and see who's picked. We could definitely do that. But I would also definitely get cancelled by the Catholics. Oh, someone's got my prayer rope as well. That's mad. They're doing a lot of processions right now. Then I was saying, give us our Pope. Give us our Pope. Jesus. They're chanting now. Yeah, they really want their Pope now. Jeez, man. Now we have actual monks there. Jeez, man. Drop frames. No. I'm so sorry if it's choppy for you guys, man. It's just the Wi-Fi is really bad here. Greetings from Germany. Hey, man. Okay, they're getting ready. They're cheering, but... Wow, they're really prayerful. A lot of the priests are praying. There's a Filipino priest here as well. He's really praying for a good pope. I don't think he's probably going to get it, but... Okay, you got a Vatican... You got a papal soldier walking around. And obviously, they're greeting each other. Because technically they're different states as well. They're different countries, so... State within a state. Like sort of like the City of London in England. Cheering for Donald Trump, crazy work. You're an... Cheering for Donald Trump, Jesus. No, of course he's not cheering for Trump. I really do wonder what kind of pope we're going to have. I really do wonder. I really, really do wonder what kind of pope we're going to have. I really, 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 really do wonder. Probably a pro-WEF pope. Probably. Wait, WEF. I know that stands for something, but I forgot. What does WEF stand for? What is that? What's that even supposed to stand for? A WEF pope. All the trads on Twitter hoping the new pope will reverse Vatican II. As if that's ever going to happen, they're dreaming. Yeah, the new pope will never do it. A new pope has already been chosen? Yes! They've already chosen the pope. They've already released the white smoke. So he probably got chosen earlier this afternoon. And they just decided to release the smoke. And what they're doing is, they're taking off his cardinal clothes and they're putting on his papal vestments. Which is all white. Oh, World Economic Forum. I thought you meant something even more sinister. Sig, we know it's you, man. I'm not... I'm black. I can't be Pope. Supposedly, trad cats are going to sing Latin chants so loudly and beautifully that the new Pope is going to reverse the Novus Ordo. I like the it's black attire of the Orthodox. It just looks better. Yeah, maybe. Because, like, just because you're now a patriarch doesn't mean you get any fancy gear. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to change clothes just because you're a metropolitan or something. Like, I know certain people will just have, like, the cassock and that's it. And if you're a metropolitan, you're a metropolitan, but whatever. Like, that's how we did it in the old days. It's just plain clothes wearing, really. A lot of people... Sig Shadow Clone about to appear from the balcony. I don't have... Bro. I don't have shadow clones and it's not going to be... Yo, I don't have shadow clones. What is this nonsense, bro? Chat is frying me. I'm so glad Father Mikhail's not here to see this, bro. Yeah, guys, imagine if metropolitans watch my stream. What are they going to say? Huh? Behave yourselves and go church. Behave yourselves. Cassocks should be normal attire for men. Given how quick the vote was, the Pope will either be a rad trad or a far leftist. Yes, there's no in between. Well, a moderate liberal. I don't think a rad liberal. A moderate liberal. Pope Sarah will come in clutch, but a man can dream. By the way, he won't go by Sarah. He will go by another name, like Benedictus. You know? Like Benedictus or something. All right, people are running in now. What the hell? They haven't even released the guy. All right, let's start a new timer. They're just cheering for no reason. Oh, I think they're cheering at the cameras. They haven't released him. Chill. By the way, I'm going to watch the Man United game. Waiting for Pope Nanda. We want an innocent the fourth. An innocent the fourth would be impossible given the political economic state of the world right now. It would be impossible. Be cool, but it would be impossible. Imagine if they called a crusade. God. They feel his aura already. Well, whoever he is, you know. Sigius of London. Sig's room is the papal office. What is you guys' problem with trying to make me pope? Have I read any of Philo? I read like... I've read Philo. I haven't read him recently, though, so, you know. I might read him again. Can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys like stream... Like, do you guys like if I would stream just like reading streams, like where I just read stuff, you know? And like if you come in and chill. Like, there's times where I just want to stream and just read and research data. I want to have a research stream, just reading and researching. Is that something you guys would like to see? Like, you can see how I read documents and read data. Is that something you'd like to see? I'd love it. Read with commentary, yes. Yeah. I'll tell you my mindset and everything. They picked Tagli. Why has there been so few popes named Clement? Some people just don't like the name. That's the best kind of stream. Yes, highlighting your readings were fun. Okay, cool. But again, you guys don't come into those streams, so you guys need to promote that. So that's the norm. Back when you were in uni, I'm still in uni. If you guys come into those streams, then I could do them regularly. Bro, when I'm in my Patreon server, I do that kind of stuff all the time. I just sit in VC and just read a bunch of stuff, literally. It's not even like I'm just reading the Bible, like actual like theological stuff. That centrally is the Bible and the gospel, of course. Centrally is the Bible. But also other documents as well, like the fathers of the church and modern documents as well that I'm just looking over. Like a lot of my like research in monophysitism, for example, I could just like read that. You know, Patreon server. Okay, I'm planning something, but if you want perks, Patreon server, it's got a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, minimum's $14 a month, I think. But yeah, if you can, you can. I'm a Patreon man. What you talk about? I'm a patron man. What you talk about? Lol, bro. There's a server link, bro. There's a server link. Someone said, I hope this parlay pays off. Message me on Patreon. I'll get you the link to the server. Don't say you in uni. The Islamists are gonna dox you. They've doxed me. They've tried to find my family. JK, nowhere. I put a parlay on who's gonna be pope. You can put parlays. You can put like a 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got a 9-leg parlay. I got a 9-leg parlay. Seems like we didn't need a pope for at least 2 days, lol. Yeah, literally. I've seen your writings, but didn't know about server, lol. Brother, there's a whole link. There's a whole link, Landon. There's a whole link. And by the way, if you are a patron and you do subscribe, you get lifetime access. You get lifetime access. So it's like whatever, innit? Like, there are people in there that stopped paying for the Patreon, and they're just in there. Now, they don't see the rest of the Patreon stuff, of course not, but they're in there. Sig, how are you in St. Peter's and in the UK at the same time? What the... Brother, I'm not at Basilica San Pietro. I'm not there. Stop. Oh, my days, bro. I'm not at San Pietro right now, man. Leave me alone. But if you need help, you can message the community and we can get you a link. There's also a video. There's actually a video on Patreon that shows you how to get it. Last day of being Sedevacantis. Yeah, all the people, like the population of Sedes is going to decrease by 1 million. Again, these people are cheering Habemus Papam. We have people jumping up and down from different... It's interesting how different countries around the world are all really uniting together around this Pope. Habemus Papam. Habemus Papam. Oh shoot, sorry, but be careful, Sig. Did you see what happened with Lubna? Yeah, Lubna is peak, bro. The Lubna situation is actually so peak. So if I'm broke, I could pay for Patreon for 1 month just to join the DC. Brother, don't do that. I'm kicking you out. You're not going to have lifetime access. How about that? Well, technically, in a literal sense, Sedevacantism is true. Still waiting for my invite to the Discord. Taps foot impatiently. Okay. Luvna will reach 100k by the end of the summer. My bad. Conflated your Substack with your Patreon. I actually don't have a Substack. Just take down the green screen. We saw Sarah in the background already. Shush. Idiots. Sig, do you think an economy based on Aquinas just price would work? I don't understand what that means. Oh, just pricing. Made my heart pretty sorrowful to watch Lubna's last stream. The fact that they doxed her and doxed her family is insane. I don't think this conclave is going to be anything major. Whoever is becoming the Pope is going to be infallible. Christopher Gennadios. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Gerard Madis. Imagine Abdullah Hashem shows up. There's no way that we're going to have Pope Abdullah. Yeah. Pope Ahmed Muhammad Ahmed Ibn Muhammad Ahmed Ibn Abdullah Al-Wahhab. He's not going to become Pope, I promise you. So you can say what you like. You would have a Brazilian Pope before you have like a Muslim Pope. Because you can't be a Muslim and be a Pope at the same time. You're not perennialist. These guys are screaming because the camera is showing them. Pope Mordecai. No, we're not going to get any Jewish popes. The Mahdi is going to save the papacy. LOL. Based on intelligence, who do you think is better? Aquinas, Augustine, or Palamas? Based on intelligence, or just like knowing bare Phil, it would be Augustine. Augustine knows more than Aquinas and Palamas. But in terms of noetic knowledge, it would be Palamas. And that's the most important kind of knowledge. Palamas was very well educated. People forget that. So he was very well educated. It's just that he realized that he's so educated that he didn't need it. So that's why I would actually give the edge to Palamas. Because there's one thing being really educated and using your stuff. And there's another thing being so educated that you kind of see that it's kind of pointless. So, yeah. What is noetic knowledge? Knowledge of the nous? No, just like using the nous to know God and things like this. So like his monastic knowledge is like, and that's the most important kind of knowledge. And again, we're not monasticists, you know. We don't just, the church isn't just monasticism, you know. Ascesis is very important, but we are at the end of the day trying to construct a society. And so different levels of ascesis is necessary. Like you can be rich and orthodox. You can make a crap ton of money and be orthodox. Why are we so much dumber than the early theologians? Because our education system is different. There is a chance we will see the first black pope. Yeah, the way that we educate ourselves is different. The way that we interact with data is different. And we didn't just read stuff. We were taught how to read. Alrighty, now I'm a patron. Thanks, Sig, my bad. It's okay. Landon, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please enjoy it, man. Please enjoy it. Please enjoy it. Thank you so much for being a Patreon member, man. I really do appreciate. Every little helps. Or they're like, this is an Illuminati sign. It's not. This is Steph Curry when it was like, how many rings are gonna get? 0. Saint Thomas was a mystic. He was not a mystic. He was not. He was a Dominican friar that had one mystical experience and was reported to have levitated, and that's it. Sig the Uniate, Tesco reference. Oh, Tedesco. They're probably gonna wait until it's nighttime. Okay. I don't understand why my bitrate is falling so low, like in the ground, like in the gutter. So sorry, guys. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is so trash. Like, bro, it's actually really embarrassing. Whoa. Yo, it was 46 minutes ago. He humbles Palamas, no diff. Alright. Okay. Power scaling theologians. That's like saying like anyone in the 1900s would basically outclass Aquinas because they know logic more than him. I low-key feel Augustine reading City of God. Bro had to deal with so much brain rot. Yeah, exactly. New Pope, let's go. For the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God. Exactly. Wow, you got 110? What the Yo! For you 110 people, head over! No, I'm kidding. By the way, I was having conversations with my guys privately. The internet is a really bad place. When you guys head into the Discord, please, and please don't use it as like a supplanting for a church. Please go to the parish, okay? And interact with the peoples. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Go to the events, help them, donate. Have you read Against the Saracens? Not Muhammad. Aquinas' Contra Islam. Yeah, I've been made aware of it. Sanctus made a video on it. How will the new pope be able to react to Mohammed Hijab's bigger flame argument? Is it time to admit defeat? Yes. Why does it seem like theologians are getting less and less profound as the century passes? It's not like the Holy Spirit is less present in the church or something. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I think the problem is... No, you couldn't. I think the problem is the role of a theologian nowadays is much more PR based. Like the idea of soft power has developed to a different degree. Than what we were used to in the past. So now when we personally expect the Pope to act like this or theologians to act like this, no, they don't. They actually act like this way. Theologians were the teachers par excellence, and so anything they said was word was bond. But now that we've basically stripped the theologian from that particular outlook, we're just seeing theologians as people that were just normally going and getting degrees. How long do you think until it's going to be announced? Probably in 40 minutes. I went and met with the priest of the Greek Orthodox parish I'm starting catechumen classes Monday. Thank you, Sig, for everything I've learned from you. That's what I want to see. Let's go. Reason, belief. Got to go, Sig. Off to meet my priest to discuss my charismation. Yeah. 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 Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Why the hell are you in here when you could be enjoying the parish? It's what? 5, 6 p.m.? There's Vespers right now. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Catechumens depart type shit. You know what I'm saying? Inquirers get there. 1 FPS, 1 frame per sometimes. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What's the difference between impure and pure relative identity? Impure relative identity says... Actually, I can draw this out. So... relative identity and impure relative identity are two different kinds of relative identity. To understand what relative identity is, you have to understand what absolute identity is. The idea that identity is absolute is that things are the same as themselves. Okay? Absolute identity is, in basic words, the idea that a thing can be really identical or the same as something in such a way as there is no real difference between kinds of identity. They're actually the same thing. So when I say 2 plus 2 is 4, I'm actually saying 2 plus 2 and 4 are the exact same thing. The difference between the two, though, with relative identity is they actually say that identity is not absolute. Identity is relative. They say things aren't identical to themselves. They're actually identical. They're not identical with other things, per se, but they're rather identical in relation to other things. So although A is not identical to B, A and B are both identical relatively to F. So they have the same F-ness. So it's not just a property, but a real thing that grounds identity. The difference between pure and impure relative identity is in pure relative identity, they say all statements about identity are relative. All statements about identity are relative. You can never say X is the same as Y. You must always say X is the same F as Y. X is the same P as Y. Under pure relative identity, you can never make an absolute identity statement. You can't do it if you accept that. With impure relative identity, they accept that there are times where identity can't be absolute. But they also accept that identity can also be relative. Can also be absolute. So they accept that there are times where identity cannot be absolute. It actually has to be relative. But they also accept contexts, situations, times where identity is absolute. That's why it's not pure relative identity, it's impure relative identity. Sig, I'm a pseudo intellectual. No more Phil. Let's talk about tung 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 sahur. Wow, I'm so sorry about like the lag and delay. 19, God. Since I couldn't make a choice between Orthodoxy and Catholic so much, I decided to be a catechumen in a Catholic and Orthodox parish in order to experience the church life. Is that the wise thing to do? Well, you can't be a catechumen in both parishes. You can't really do it. You can't really, do that. So I wouldn't recommend that. What I would personally recommend is for you to choose one. And a lot of my friends that I am friends with are Orthodox, so I would say that they benefited a lot from Orthodoxy, so I would recommend you go to that. But I also know many people that became Catholic. So, but don't just dip and bob between the two. Really go for that contemplative life. And as many people will argue, you find that in Orthodox Christianity more so than in daily Catholic practice, or even in Catholic missiology. I don't understand why my latency is so low. It's actually really disturbing. It's like incredibly disturbing. What did they do to my Wi-Fi? They really did like mess it up. Tralalero, tralalala. Tralalero, tralalala. Tung 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 sahur. Bro's trying to personally fix the schism. No, I'm not. Well, people are saying Habemus Papam, and there's no pope. Like, there's no pope that's been revealed. There are even, you know what's interesting? The fact that there are even cardinals that aren't at the conclave that are there as well. So elder cardinals, like being an elder cardinal is not really that good because you kind of get left out of the political sphere. Low latency. Which heresy do you think is most rampant in the modern age apart from Islam? Humanism. Humanism. Yeah, humanism is really definitely the biggest heresy that we have, because it's a sociological heresy. Most people don't understand that you can have sociological heresies. But sociological heresies, you will realize, are heresies that basically commit a ecclesial or Christological error. Now, most societies, just because they don't have Christ, are going to be sociologically heretical. However, just because you are sociologically heretical, it does not mean that it's only because you don't have Christianity. You could have Christianity and still be a sociological heretic. You could still do that, technically. Sociological heresies occur when the structure of society in such a way either collapses God and the human condition or separates God and the human condition. So you need to find a way to having the perfect balance in the contemplative life. And this is what the fathers, particularly in the 4th century, did in building a Christian paideia, or a Christian society, whereby the sociological structure of a Christian was better and actually more fruitful for the human condition and thus for the condition of reality than a normal one. Socio cuts for 5 seconds, logical heresies. Jesus. Is it that bad? I promise you, it's going to be fine when it's on a Patreon. It's fine. Chats Papabile, Tagli, Zupi, Parolin, Sarah, Pizza Bala. What is the most prevalent way the sociological heresy is expressed in churches and by the Christians? I think the most prevalent way is actually just with political extremism and disinformation. Ultimately, distrust in the fact that society can be run well. Thoughts on the New Age Dawa boys? I love them because they are really bad. You don't want good Dawa people. You want bad Dawa people to increasingly show how bad Islam is. I promise you, they're going to realize that using analytic philosophy is not in their best interest, because the people that promote analytic philosophy aren't Christian. They're not even theist. They're not remotely the kind of theist that we would seem to allow. We're going to go back to ancient philosophies. We will. It's just going to be... It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Could you beat Arius in a debate? Because it circles all the time. Could I beat Arius in a debate? Yes. Oh, I'm surprised you don't do shorts on YouTube and Instagram about heresies and then leading people to watch a longer stream explaining its effects. That's true. I should probably do that. They quote church fathers nowadays, dude. So, who cares? Now, theocratic states, just because a church is ruled by... just because the church rules does not mean that that is going to be the perfect theocratic state. There are different kinds of theocratic states as well. I am shocked how they quote church fathers now. No, I'm not shocked at all. They've been doing that since 2020. It's a bad system. A Muslim said to me that Job 10:10 means all humans are made out of cheese, lol. What? What kind of Muslims are you talking to? That is so stupid. That is so dumb. What kind of Muslims? Guys, it's me. Cat's out the bag. Yeah. Who do you want as the next Pope, Sig? Zupi, probably. You just gotta quote Hadith. Yeah, I've never ever understood why socialism is considered a heresy. So, it depends on the kind of socialism that you're really getting at as well. Like, for example, from each according to his ability to each according to his need, is a fundamentally good idea. But in practice, who gets to decide what abilities people have and what needs people have, right? Imagine having that poor reading comprehension. I don't get why Muslims argue the same way as secular empiricists would. They believe in a pre-existent soul but appeal to sense data-based arguments. I don't know. I mean, they just sort of appeal to mystery about the pre-existence of souls. And again, you could actually read. There are documents in the church that refute that, because that's a Platonic belief. That's actually a pagan belief. Sig, you should refute all these videos of Lily J, stupid 20-year-old Dawa argument. You will farm them views. I know that you can farm views, but that's not the healthy way to build a community. Sig, could you do the political compass test one day? I'd probably be like extremist left or extremist right wing. Marx denies metaphysics as a whole. Exactly. They don't have their own philosophy. Yeah, it's when Job asked God, did you not pour me out and cuddle me like cheese? Oh, wow, that's crazy. I'm certain Lily J is just a troll. The GPT she uses is configured to defend Islam. Then, like, look, if you ever see me reacting to her, then I'm just bored enough to farm views. Jordan said, just waiting for the next supreme Orthodox apologist. That's probably going to be someone like Ananda or something. Muslims always talk about logic and sense. Makes me laugh. They're not bound to it. They actually think logic's pointless. They do it to farm, I think. I personally think. But it's unhealthy for them. It's genuinely unhealthy. Time on, but still, who cares? Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. How many people are in the stream? I know it's definitely not 100. It's probably like 40, maybe 30. Can't see anyone. They argue that way because it's a reflection of the zeitgeist. Salafism is pure empiricism, exactly. Tell Ananda I still love him. Of course, Kyoto. Probably, yeah. Logic is haram. I'm actually reading chats now. I'm trying my best to. Whoa, whoa. By the way, thank you so much for all the super chats. I really do appreciate, like, everything. You guys really helped me a lot. 69 people. Of course. Of course. She's obviously just farming money, and I feel like Christian channels... Oh, hey, oh! New Pope! Is he black? No way. Who is he? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my days. It's not him yet. Chill, 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 chill. It's just the dean. It's just the dean. What? So the dean's just read out the cardinal that has been elected. Oh my gosh. They're going to reveal him now. Pro voce. No. Chill, 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 chill. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Stream, please don't drop. Please don't drop. It's actually another Pope Leo. Hold on. We'll see. The cardinal just came out. They're opening all the windows. Because all the cardinals need to be out there to do it. They're releasing the banner. Oh my god. No way. There's no way the American actually did it. There's no way. Oh my god. My goodness. Oh. This is it. This is the final frontier. Oh my days. Hey, please don't say I'm lubed all over. Pause, bro. Come on, don't keep us edging. Announce. I'm waiting, bro. I'm watching it with you. Chill. I'm watching it with you. Flip sake, greedy as well, you know. Idiots, the lot of you. Even the older cardinals are watching as well. Robert Prevost, also called Leo XIV. Lol. They're gonna release him now. Oh my gosh. He's blue balling the stream. Got carried away a bit. No. They opened the doors. They opened the doors. Doors are open now. Oh my gosh. Release the Pope and it's crazy. Are they going to say something again? Because all the doors are open now. So all the windows are open. In honor of the Prince of the Apostles, Peter and Paul. They're all out of Capella Sistina now, but I couldn't hear the Latin because I'm not using my headphones. I'm using the phone. So. How many people are in this stream? Wait, isn't he already released? No. So the Cardinal just announced that they have a new Pope. And that the Cardinals have basically, allegedly, legally selected him. The word in Latin is like canonici. Canonically or legally accepted him. Did they say Pope Leo IV? No, bro, there's so many Pope Leos. 58 people. Okay, thanks. Well, it's Pope Trump. Cardinal Prevost. No. I think you heard Prevost, but I don't think it's Cardinal Prevost. I'm checking it now. Yeah. Yeah. This was the announcement. It says Eminentissimum ac revidendissimum Dominum Dominum Robertum Franciscum Sancte Romane Ecclesiae Cardinalem Prevost qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem the 14th. So that translates to, we have a new pope, and it's Cardinal what? Cardinal Francis. What? Robert Francis. What? What? No way. Oh my gosh. What? Is this real? Oh my gosh. Cardinal Robert Francis of the Holy Roman Church Prevost. No way. What? What? There's no way. I mean, they that was the Latin announcement you guys heard. I had to read it. What? I don't think he's a cardinal, so there's no way they could elect him. What? No. Robert Francis is his old name already. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's not a cardinal, mate. What? American Cardinal Robert Prevost has been elected as new pope by the Conclave. What? He wasn't even a papabile. Whoa. Whoa. What? I'm looking at every single Catholic news outlet right now. They're all saying that this Cardinal Robert Prevost has just been elected as Pope. Now, I know that he served a lot as one of the heads of the bishops and stuff. It's not even... Whoa! Yeah. No. This is him. Pope Leo XIV. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We have a Pope Leo XIV. I realized that the announcement was, he said, I announce to you all, right? He says, we have a new Pope. He then says, I announce to you all a great joy. The most eminent and most reverend Lord Robert Francis, Cardinal of the Holy Roman Church Prevost, who takes to himself the name of Pope Leo XIV. Oh my gosh.
Welcome back to the Associated Press live stream on the day that cardinals have chosen the new Pope. The AP has just confirmed that it is the first American Pope.
Oh my God.
Francis Prevost of Chicago is 69 years old.
Oh my God. You man, okay, man, I need you man to understand. They've just selected a Pope from Chicago. Mandem, they've just selected a Pope from Chicago. We have never had ever an American Pope. We have a Pope from Chicago. Mandem is burst. We are actually seeing the most unprecedented times. So the reason why I couldn't actually search up this guy's name is because they were trying to refresh his page. This guy, oh my goodness. Robert Francis Prevost, also known as Pope Leo XIV. Now this is important because by selecting the name Leo, every single Leo has been a real strong papist. This has just been confirmed. This is confirmed. He was actually president. This makes sense. He was the president of the Pontifical Commission for Latin America, meaning he would see over Francis' old bit in Argentina and other Latin American lands. And he's only 69. Pause. He was prefect for the dicastery of bishops as well, or the congregation. He was the prefect of the congregation as well. Wow. He was serving in Peru, but Lord.
Pope Francis made him the prefect of the dicastery.
Yeah, it's him. Now this is going to be unexpected because all the people we thought could be Pope weren't Pope. So I lost in the parlay. Tagley didn't get it. Zupi didn't get it. Parolin didn't get it. Sarah didn't get it. Peter Bala didn't get it. Fernandez certainly didn't get it. Turkson, Erda, and Greg didn't get it. None of the people that we would expect to be Pope actually became Pope. This is horrific. Because he came out from nowhere. He came out from nowhere. Oh my God. And he was created cardinal 2 years ago before the Holy Father died. He was not called Papabile. He was not. Who called him that? Oh, it was because they wanted an American. Oh my gosh. He did his seminary at the Order of St. Augustine. Oh my gosh.
La pace sia con tutti voi. Fratelli, sorelle carissimi, questo è il primo saluto del Cristo risorto, il buon pastore che ha dato la vita
He's speaking now.
di Dio. Anch'io vorrei che questo saluto di pace entrasse nel vostro cuore, raggiungesse le vostre famiglie, a tutte le persone.
I can't believe this. Wow. I couldn't have predicted that at all. I could not have predicted that. Of course in 2025, the Pope of the Catholic Church isn't Italian, it's American. I'm not going to try and start making up psyop stuff, but Jay Dyer, you got to get on this, man. Please, Jay, if you're watching my videos, I know you don't watch my videos, please. We have an American Pope. We couldn't even...
Questa è la pace di Cristo risorto, una pace disarmata e una pace disarmante, umile e perseverante.
This is not CIA, stop saying that. Come on, like this guy had not been in the face of anything. He was the prefect and that was it.
Ancora conserviamo nei nostri orecchi quella voce debole ma sempre coraggiosa di Papa Francesco che benediva a Roma.
No, he just gave commemoration to Pope Francis. Wow, I don't think we'll ever see an Italian Pope again then.
Roma dava la sua benedizione ci vuole bene. Dio vi ama tutti e il male non prevarrà. Siamo tutti nelle mani di Dio. Pertanto, senza paura, uniti, mano nella mano con Dio e tra di noi, andiamo avanti. Siamo discepoli di Cristo. Cristo ci precede. Il mondo ha bisogno della sua luce. L'umanità necessita di Lui come il ponte per essere raggiunta da Dio e dal suo amore. Aiutateci anche voi, poi gli uni gli altri, a costruire ponti con il dialogo, con l'incontro, unendoci tutti per essere un solo popolo, sempre in pace. Grazie a
All in
Papa
cheese.
Francesco.
Thank you, Pope Francis. That's what he's saying. Bear in mind, they wouldn't have cared about him before.
Voglio ringraziare anche tutti i confratelli cardinali che hanno scelto me per essere successore.
Oh, he's saying his brother cardinals saw it fit to elect him. He's gonna try his best to be okay. Oh my gosh. We lost a black pope for an American pope. Is this a win or a loss? This is a big loss. To what degree did the secular powers that be play a role in electing an American as pope? Why would we have an American as pope? What the actual flip is going on? You speak Italian? What? Oh, he's talking about his what's it called? He's talking about the minor order, the Brothers of Augustine, that he signed up for when he was back at uni. Yo, guys, who's going to be the next pope? Who's the most first? Whatever, yeah. Bro, I don't think it's a conspiracy, but they probably elected him to be chill with America. Vatican's about to find a lot of oil. Pope Leo XIV, from what it seems to be a middle way between the conservative and more liberal sects within the Roman Catholic Church. I don't think it's too unreasonable. Exactly. How do you understand what the Pope be saying, bro? I did not know CX speaks Italian. Wait, Trump's papal outfit seems too strange now. Oh, he's talking about his time, his missionary efforts in Costa Rica. He helped set up churches in Costa Rica. No, this is Italian. This is not Latin. Because Chiesa is Italian. Oh, he wants to say thank you. He wants to give his commendations and blessings. Trump knew he technically met an American pope when he posted those AI photos. So the fact that Trump knew would have been insane, yeah. Because then the Twitter post is a joke. Or maybe it's real. Chicago is East Coast. We might actually see a war between East and West Coast Pope. Jesus. An American Pope? That's a miracle in and of itself. Let's go. That's not good! Chat, give him a chance before judging him. I mean, it's weird, but let's see where this goes. Yeah, I mean, he is definitely a liberal. He's just a moderate liberal, because... Well, sorry, he's talking about how he always does stuff. But he was one of the guys that helped write Fiducia Supplicans. That's why they're clapping him. He was one of them. He worked with Cardinal Fernandez. Essere di allora, qui, adesso, hic et nunc. Does the Pope support Tupac over Biggie? Probably Pac, yeah. Chicago isn't East Coast, isn't it West Coast? W Pope, we won't know. Now he's asking and praying for peace for the entire world. What?
Ave Maria, piena di grazia, il Signore è con te. Tu sei benedetta fra le donne.
Hail Mary.
Il frutto del tuo seno, Gesù. Santa Maria, Madre di Dio, prega
Oh, he's doing the prayer for Mary. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord's with you. Blessed are you amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us now and the hour of our death. Amen. He just prayed that. That's the end. Wow, he ended the speech with a Marian prayer. Classic Augustinian. Classic Augustinian. He's an Augustinian. He dropped a Hail Mary and he's done. Oh my God. I wonder how he's going to be. I really do wonder how he's going to be. He could also get a heart attack and die on the spot, and then we need to elect a new one.
il Santo Padre Leone, a tutti i fedeli presenti e a quelli che ricevono la sua benedizione a mezzo della radio, della televisione e delle altre tecnologie di comunicazione, concede l'indulgenza plenaria nella forma stabilita dalla Chiesa. Preghiamo Dio Onnipotente perché conservi a lungo il Papa a guida della Chiesa e conceda pace e unità alla Chiesa in tutto il mondo.
He's about to cry. Oh my God. You can't show his face in Chicago ever again, not gonna lie.
Apostoli Petrus e Paulus,
Oh.
quorum potestate et auctoritate confidimus, ipsi intercedat pro nobis ad Dominum. Amen.
Amen.
Precibus et meritis Beate Mariae semper Virginis, Beati Michaelis Arcangeli, Beati Ioannis Baptiste, et Sanctorum Apostolorum Petri et Pauli et omnium Sanctorum, misereatur vestri omnipotens Deus, et
All right. I'm gonna translate the Latin.
omnibus peccatis vestris, perducat vos Iesus Christus ad vitam aeternam. Indulgentiam, absolutionem et remissionem omnium peccatorum vestrorum.
Oh, absolutely completely removes all sins.
Spatium vere et fructuose penitentiae, cor semper penitens, et
Is that an indulgence? Oh no.
emendationem vitae, gratiam et consolationem Sancti Spiritus, et finalem perseverantiam in bonis operibus tribuat vobis omnipotens et misericors Dominus. Amen. Et benedictio Dei omnipotentis, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti,
Oh, he's blessing them.
et super vos et maniat semper.
Now and always. And it's done. It's done. He's Pope now. Wow. Dude, that means he knows perfect English as well, by the way. He knows perfect English. Should I go back and translate the Latin for what he said? Basically, it was a bunch of prayers saying that he has the power of Peter and Paul, and now he has the absolute power to absolve all your sins. That's it. We will ever see the papal tiara again. It's too old and it's too expensive. No more mistranslations. No, I won't do that anymore. Yeah, he just says that he has the power of Peter and Paul. With the grace of God, he's been elected. Sky News translated all the stuff live. Okay. So is it true that no pope has ever visited the USA? No, that's not true. What's true? Oh. No, they did not. What? What are you talking about? They did not. What are you talking about? I think they're going to actually release the entire papal speech in Latin as well, which is going to be really good. Because then you can just read it. Bring the Church of England back under papal authority.
Always well disposed.
Oh my gosh, come on, dude.
Peace and recognize him in the church throughout the world.
What? I do not know how his papacy is going to be.
Sancti Apostoli Petrus et Paulus.
Okay, okay, so the apostle saints, the saint apostles Peter and Paul.
Decorum
The holy
potestatis
apostles, Peter and Paul,
authoritate
in the power and authority in which we trust, intercede for us with the Lord.
Precibus et meritis beate Mariae semper Virginis.
So what was wrong with when I said that he's basically saying that he has the authority of Peter and Paul to do the things that he's going to do? He's literally asking for their intercession because he's actually on St. Peter's Basilica. You people, man.
Beati
For
Michaelis
prayers and merits
Arcangeli,
of the Blessed Ever Virgin Mary, of St. Michael the Archangel, of St.
Yeah, he's just asking for intercessions. But he's not just asking for intercessions. If you read most people's speeches from before, when you ask for the intercessions, it's because you actually have the power of those people. He has the power of Peter, Paul, Michael, Mary, all those kind of things. This is burst. Well and truly burst, gang. I don't really know how to feel. Already, immediately, what's going to happen is people are going to start doing crazy research projects. Research projects into Robert Prevost, or as we now know him as Pope Leo XIV. We're gonna see a bunch. Like, bro, a Wikipedia article's already been made about this guy. But yeah, they're gonna see whether or not he was a good person. Now, he's very knowledgeable. He was at the Pontifical College of Thomas Aquinas. But I think he is going to be a leftist. But people are going to look at his views. But bro, already in time. Yeah, he's going to get like 5 PowerPoint presentation, YouTube essays. Okay, they're already in real time rewriting this guy's history. This is crazy. Like, before we didn't see this actively, and I didn't see this with Francis because I wasn't really around when Francis was doing his stuff. But here with Prevost, when I searched up Prevost normally as a cardinal, they had all these other bad things to say about him. His Wikipedia page is actually horrible. Now, they've changed everything. They've given him the new Pope name. They've actually shut down the Wikipedia page and they re-uploaded it, taking out some things. They've already changed up the narrative on Cardinal Prevost. They're going to hide a bunch of stuff that Pope Leo XIV has done, probably in his past, and basically put him in the best light. And this is all for the sake of basically starting again. Because, number one, he's a pope that's been elected quickly, relatively, even though it was agonizingly painful yesterday. Remember, we sat through a 3-hour stream whereby it was just black smoke. And he's gotten the supermajority. Again, over and above all of the people that you see here. All and above the people that we saw here. So now what's gonna happen is the papacy is literally trying to restart its engines. It's going to be restarting again what it wants to do. Because, again, there was a bunch of problems that Francis did, and his 15-year papacy, his 12-year papacy was really, really not helpful. But this guy, who's fresh, who's probably going to be around until his late 70s, maybe early 80s, he's going to have a pontifical... He's going to have a pontifical reign that's going to be very, very important. So you want to start early by, whilst everyone's celebrating and cheering, you're quietly going away and redistributing the information. Like, right now, if you go on Wikipedia, right now, just Wikipedia normally, okay? Cardinal Robert Prevost has had his whole face changed, and his entire YouTube channel has literally been changed to Pope Leo XIV, right there. It's actually been changed just now. It's been changed just now, right? But if you tried to search for it before, you wouldn't be able to see that. Like, for example, this, right? You guys are going to look at this. This is what his actual this is actually what his Wikipedia was before. Now, I got this immediately before they were able to actually change it. But as you can see, guys, this is what the Wikipedia page was like before. This is what the Wikipedia page was like before. Okay? Hold on, let me turn off the light because you might not be able to see that. Okay? This is what his Wikipedia page was like before. Okay? This was his Wikipedia page before. And they've changed it 3 hours before the actual announcement. They already changed it. Never mind, I got the snapshot from April 20. Please send it to me. Turn brightness down on phone, not the room. Oh, okay. This is what it looked like. This is what it looked like. Okay? And this is what he actually has. He has the early life, priesthood, all that kind of stuff. Okay? They have nothing on his papacy, obviously, right? Because his papacy hasn't happened yet. But they also have contender for the papacy. Prevost has been considered a possible candidate for the papacy. And all of this is made up. If you look at the recent news, the only recent news outlet that actually said that he may have been a papabile was on the 6th of May, like a couple days ago. But he's not been a papabile. He's not been a papabile for the month that we've been mourning Francis's death. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's anything shady. I think you just do this politically. But they're literally already doing double time to make Pope Leo XIV's papacy something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this now. Okay. This is his original picture. I'm going to just screenshot it now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the page. And already they're updating his picture. They're already updating it now. Prevost has faced criticism from advocates for clergy abuse survivors regarding his handling of sexual abuse allegations during his leadership in the Augustinian order and in Peru. The advocacy group SNAP accused Prevost, and this is important, of acting or failing to act against abuse claims involving a man called Richard McGrath, who was actually prominent in his sexual abuse of women and men, a former president of the Providence Catholic High School, allowing him to remain in position despite long-standing accusations. And actually, this is a news article from willcountygazette.com. And actually, this was something that was made in May 2nd, 2025. So a couple days before he was gone. He was Pope. Could be Pope and South Suburbanite Reverend Robert Prevost bears responsibility for allowing former Providence Catholic High School president and priest Richard McGrath to stay at the high school amidst sex abuse allegations that dated back to the 1990s. So now he's already got sexual abuse scandals that were, again, this was posted, and I can't show you guys because my Wi-Fi's bad. This particular accusation was posted days, literally on the second, before this guy was even considered a papabile. Now, the only reason this particular person is considered a papabile is because he's high on the cardinalate and he's American. Now, he has a traditional education and a traditional upbringing as a Catholic. But he's already having scandals that are going to be wiped out of records, or they're going to be failed to be brought up. Now, I'm not saying this guy is out here allowing sexual abuse, but we're going to have to wait and see maybe a couple months into his papacy to see whether or not this person is going to be someone that will cause problems. Pope Leo XIV, everybody. Anyways, thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you. If you guys can find the old, thank you, Timon. Yeah, if you guys can find the old Wikipedia post, send that to me. We actually have the new paper one. Anyone can access that now. Thank you for everything, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to end the stream here. Habemus Papam. Crazy. This has definitely been not just a unique experience, but something that I never thought that he would do it. You know, I genuinely couldn't imagine someone like. Did anybody think this American guy was gonna get it? That's actually wild. It's actually wild. It is actually wild. The CIA probably know. Before we start saying the CIA did X or the CIA did Y, we need to see whether or not he's actually going to do it. Daily Compass reported on his case with the exclusive publication of a letter from 3 women accusing Prevost of covering up for 2 priests accused of pedophilia, of whom they were victims. Oh, wow. Already. Yeah, people are going to start researching back into his background and his history. Type in Robert Prevost sexual abuse scandal. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah. Oh, already, bro. Oh, wow. Well, I hope no one slanders him. It's not slander if it's true. If he's covering for people, then it's not slander. Conclave, though. Conclave. Oh, wow. I did not think that was the kind of guy. Look, I think his political views are going to be interesting as well, but oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh my days, bro. Yeah. According to Eduardo Lopez de Casas, who is a clergy abuse survivor and national vice president of the Chicago-based Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. By the way, SNAP is the network. It is the Survivors Network of those that have been abused by priests. Lopez de Casas came out and he said, he's a Dalton native who directly oversaw New Lenox Providence Catholic in leadership roles from the Midwest for the Midwest Augustinians from 1990 to 2014. They said that Prevost, who is a Dalton native, this guy, he covered up for McGrath, allowing him to prey on students for more than a decade before he got ousted in 2017. He says, with Prevost, this is on the 2nd of May. They said, with Cardinal Prevost, we definitely do not want to enter into another situation where there is a cardinal that becomes pope that has bad things in their closet. Because that is like a thorn in the side of every survivor every time that happens. Survivors worldwide many of whom struggle with PTSD, addiction, daily pain, should not have to watch men responsible for cover-ups climb to the top of the Catholic Church. He said, people say not all priests are bad, he said, right? Sure, but I ask, what do you mean by good? If a priest knew about McGrath's abuse and said nothing, if he saw and stayed silent, he's not a good priest. That's complicity. Now, bear in mind, Pope Francis, when he was Cardinal Bergoglio, had no bad problems apart from the fact that he was too rigorous and traditionalistic, which will get shoved on the bus easily. This is sex abuse. They are accusing the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV, of sex abuse. His Wikipedia page didn't exist in 2017, lol. Exactly. Each of these cardinals is responsible for over 1 million Catholic souls. If a priest covered up something and then still became a cardinal, that is not acceptable. Just like I tell people, a priest doesn't have to touch a child to be bad. If he stayed quiet while others did, that's bad. By the way, they also sent a letter. Oh my gosh. They sent a letter in March. This is SNAP, the organization. They sent a letter in March of 2025, 25th of March. So this is before there were any considerations of him being the Pope. He says, I hope this letter finds you well. My name is Sean Doherty, and I am the president of the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. I am writing to you in your esteemed capacity, right? And he's actually writing this to, oh my gosh, guys, this letter that I'm reading to you now, this letter was written by the president of SNAP, who is the guy that is part of the survival network. That is called the Survival Network of People that are abused by priests. And it's a thing that when you're abused by Catholic priests, you can join SNAP, and SNAP can protect you, and SNAP can help you get the help you need. This particular letter, was actually sent to Cardinal Pietro Parolin. So Pietro Parolin, a month ago, actually had this libel on him. And bear in mind, Pietro Parolin was definitely in the running. By the way, the specific organization is a real thing. It's been around for decades. But Pietro Parolin, and this is really important, he is a person, if you saw on the chat that we had, he was one of the Papabile. So that actually means that probably in the conclave, Parolin may have been one of the key figures that was voted for. But perhaps some deal was struck somehow. Maybe he was offered Secretary of State, something like this. I don't know. I'm not trying to quote the Conclave movie. Maybe he was offered something. Maybe he was offered something by Pope Leo XIV that basically told him, shut up because I have dirt on you. Or, shush, let me get this papacy and I'll give you some stuff in return. Could be a lot of things. But I'm going to read the letter to you because it's not just him. He says, I am writing to you in your esteemed capacity as the Vatican Secretary of State. Because right now, Pietro Parolin is Secretary of State. Right? So, Leo XIV might have threatened his job. Like I said before, he might have offered him Secretary of State, meaning, I will allow you to keep being Secretary of State of the Catholic Church if I'm Pope. Because you don't know what the other popes are going to do. They might kick you down. But I know I'll definitely kick you down if you let this get out about me. Enclosed within this letter, please find letters addressed to Your Eminence, Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, the same guy that helped draft Fiducia Supplicans. Right? Sister Simona Brambilla, Prefect of the Dicastery, Angel Fernandez, Pro-Prefect of the Dicastery for Institutes of Consecrated Life and Societies of Apostolic Life. These letters pertain to some serious concerns regarding the conduct of Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, Prefect for the Dicastery for Bishops and President of the Pontifical Commission for Latin America, in light of the Holy Father's declaration, Vos Estis Lux Mundi. Let's be the light of the world. The will of the light of the world. In compliance with the procedures outlined in Vox Estis Lex Mundi, our organization respectfully requests that you promptly and securely forward the enclosed letters to Cardinal Fernandez, Sister Brambilla, and Cardinal Fernandez Artimi at their respective dicasteries. We kindly ask that you provide us with confirmation once the letters have been sent. Your cooperation in this matter is greatly appreciated and vital for ensuring that our concerns are appropriately addressed by the relevant authorities within the hierarchy. And he was sending these letters particularly to all of these people. He actually, this is crazy. This actually lists the entire case that they had. In compliance with the apostolic letter by Pope Francis in March 2023 and entered into force on April 30th, we, the undersigned members of the survivors network of those abused by priests, wish to report to you the conduct of Cardinal Robert Prevost, Secretary General of the Synod of Bishops, consisting of actions or omissions intended to interfere with or to avoid a civil or canonical investigation, whether administrative or penal, against certain clerics of the Diocese of Chiclayo. Furthermore, in our opinion, this conduct of Cardinal Prevost stands as an abuse of ecclesiastical power, office, or function that has harmed the vulnerable and abused and caused scandal, a delict addressed in Canon 1378 of the Code of Canon Law. By the way, for those of you that don't know what Canon 1378. There should be a canon here in Code of Canon Law. These are the penal sanctions. According to Canon 1378, it says, a person, and this is important, a person who, apart from the cases already foreseen by the law, abuses ecclesiastical power, office, or function is to be punished according to the gravity of the act or the omission of said act, not excluding by deprivation of the power or office, without prejudice to the obligation of repairing the harm. A person who, through culpable negligence, unlawfully and with harm to another or scandal, performs or omits an act of ecclesiastical power or office or function, is to be punished according to the provision of Canon 3336, sections 2 to 4, without prejudice to the obligation of repairing the harm. So basically, you get removed from office. They're actually asking him to get kicked out. And this is something that was brought to them, to Cardinal Prevost, way before these scandals went out. Now, what I want to see is whether or not they actually have these scandals. Just want to see whether I can see this. Cardinal Robert Prevost. I'm trying to see something. They're already making who is Robert Prevost memes and stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can there you go. Custom date range. Can I find something early? Maybe in 2018. Apply. Okay, today. This is insane. It's not it's a big rabbit hole for sure, but you always say Orthodox. No, I'm not gonna tell you. There's a bunch of documents already pouring out. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, people were already predicting that this guy might be Pope. He was not one of the Papabile, though. For a fact he wasn't. So that means Pietro Parolin knew about this. So that means all the cardinals knew about the sex abuse, but they covered it up because they thought that this guy was going to be Pope. That's insane. Oh my gosh. Yo, this is mad. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Because he vets them. Yeah. It's making sense. He vets them. He's the guy that vets all the bishops that come in. Before they get approved by the Pope, he's the one that actually vets their information. So he probably has information on all of these bishops. Oh my gosh. That's probably why they allowed him through. There was a ton of Roman Catholics saying this guy would cause a schism. Jeez. Significantly, he presided over one of the most revolutionary reforms that Francis made when he added 3 women to the voting block. He added 3. By the way, there are women that can vote for who's going to be a bishop. Wow. Because he was the one that decided. He's the one that decides and vets the bishop nominations that are vetted forward to the Pope. So like when someone is applying to be a bishop or when someone's recommended as a bishop, that goes to him. And then he decides whether or not he's going to take it to the Pope. So essentially, it's possible that he's been controlling the papacy since 2023. It's possible he could have been controlling the papacy since 2017. Well, ever since he was elected. Jesus. Well, maybe not since 2017 because he didn't have that particular position. This is mad. Yeah. You're saying this guy's the Catholic Obama. I'm not saying he's the Catholic Obama. I'm saying that he is someone very dangerous. His pontificate is going to be a very interesting papacy indeed. Whew. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for the coverage. Thank you so much for everything. If you enjoyed the coverage, please like and subscribe. We're going to leave this one live. We're going to leave this one public for everyone. But if you want the rest of my live streams, please head on over to patreon.com/SIIIG1. As you can see above, you can get access to a cheeky little Discord server, all that kind of stuff. Completely nice community there. We love you guys. But that does not mean that you shouldn't go to church. Make sure you're going to your parishes, go to your liturgies, and enjoy. Take care and God bless.